Brian. A Northeast Wisconsin native, Brad Toll received his bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. He spent the first 13 years of his career with holiday vacations based in Eau Claire. Brad served as the director of sales and traveled extensively throughout the world during this time. He joined the sales team at the St. Paul Convention and Visitors Bureau in 1998. During his tenure as vice president, he developed and implemented numerous innovative marketing campaigns and was a part of the team that booked the 2008 Republican National Presidential Convention. Brad Toll joined the Greater Green Bay Convention and Visitor Bureau in December of 2006. He serves on several boards for state and community organizations that promote travel. In 2009, Brad and his CVB staff earned international accreditation from Destination Marketing Association International for attaining the highest CVB operational standards. He has recently been named by the Green Bay Area Chamber of Commerce as one of the 20 people you should know in 2010. Brad, thank you for being here today.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate you coming in and spending some time with us. And we're talking about festivals, and we talk about our Fall Fest specifically, but there's such an economic engine behind these, and I was really hoping you could give us some, like a broader perspective on why these things are important, even for the kind of the hassles that locals feel when they're dealing with them.
Yeah, festivals so many times are a vibrant part of each community throughout the state and in each area. And visitors tend to really be attracted to a festival. So many times a festival in a local community is sort of a snapshot of that community, art and crafts, and sometimes they're related to food, things that are popular in that community. So a visitor really gets to experience the community more than, not that a museum's not a great thing, but beyond just reading about a community, they're actually there and able to experience it. And the great thing for a community about holding a festival, if it's something that does have visitor appeal, something that will bring them from their home perhaps in Iowa to your community, that's bringing new dollars into the community. And you'd mentioned people stirring the dollars throughout the community. Bringing visitors in actually brings dollars from someone else's community into yours and grows your own local economy.
Which is important in these times, especially as we know people are staying closer to home. If we can, we can grab those people and bring them here. I know there's some, and I don't want to bore people with statistics, but I know you have some kind of off the cuff numbers of what the difference between a visitor coming in from out of town spends in the local area as opposed to somebody who just comes downtown to a festival.
Yeah, someone in the local community and spends maybe a few dollars on snow cones or something at the festival, whereas typically someone that would be a day visitor, meaning they live more than 50 miles away, so they're making an effort to come. It's not just going down the street a ways. They'll typically spend around $45 to $47 when they come into the community. If that person's coming from further away and staying overnight, our studies show that they spend about $141 in the community. And of course, each one of those dollars is taxed locally as they're spending that money. So that's how we say it's bringing dollars from another community, not only for the business, but for local government to use to continue to provide quality of life services for residents. So visitors actually, in many ways, are helping keep local residents' taxes down and helping them maintain the community. So a lot of times a festival is going to close a street or two and there may be some congestion, but we definitely have to thank those visitors for helping us pay the bills too.
Absolutely, and we just received at the Chamber for this particular event for Fall Fest De Pere, we were awarded a GEM grant, a joint event marketing grant that Jason Ring from your office helped us with, and we were awarded a $12,000 grant to market this event. And since we're a nonprofit, we figured that that'll get us about $30,000 in advertising. And I was struck by when we were looking at the scope of the grants that the tourism department gives, that they're all so varied, and some of them I looked at and I thought, how can that be tourism? And I know you've been in this a long time. So what is your definition of tourism?
Tourism really is anything that brings someone that doesn't live in the community into the community to buy things or to pay dollars. And in some ways, we even look at the medical profession as being somewhat tourism, in that, our particular area of the state is one of the largest places to find medical services in the area. So there are a lot of people that come in from well outside our area that are staying in hotels, they're eating in restaurants. while they're receiving medical services in our community. So that one's kind of really out of the ordinary, or something you don't think of as tourism. Well, if we don't have tourism services to provide those people, you know, they may find another community to seek those medical services.
I had never thought of that. That's really a fascinating perspective on looking at that.
When we're promoting tourism in general, there's many, many areas, from conventions, business travel, leisure travel, families that their kids are involved in sports and they go to different tournaments. We try and attract tournaments to the area. So, and festivals it's just one more thing that a community can have in their list of attractions, if you will, to draw people into their community.
When you mentioned the educational aspect, as you know, in conjunction with Fall Fest De Pere, here at St. Norbert College, they have SNC Day, and this will be the second year of SNC Day. And for them, that's they're opening up for the community to come and visit, but also their alumni to come back. It's Parents Weekend. But as we're marketing Fall Fest and SNC Day, those educational tourists, my daughter's in college and I have a son in high school, so going to other places to visit. So, but I hadn't thought until you said education about those people being tourists as well.
Yes, and our tourism tie with the Chamber of Commerce is the visitor that comes into this festival may see St. Norbert College as well, and as they're walking around, they start to think, you know, this would be a great community to start a business, or this might be a great community. So a visitor can become a resident. At some time, they could be a business owner down the road as well, or their kids could go to college in that community. So it does all work together. But basically, we look at the entire community, the assets that we have, museums, attractions, whether it's medical, educational institutions, all of those things, and those are our assets to take out and market to try and draw people in to visit.
And when you mentioned about people potentially moving here, that's how I came here. We originally came for a Packer game, like so many other fans from Nevada. We came for a Packer game, and my husband had come for a game before that. And then when he came home, he brought me stuff about history and all the neat houses and the museums and the Widener Center and all the cultural events going on. And because I would never even have considered looking at Green Bay, because I just assumed it was snow and ice and had no idea there was anything else.
Yeah.
But I came in as a tourist myself. Tourist myself, and 5 years later, here we were. So, well, welcome back to Northeastern Wisconsin.